Hey YouTube, it's Craig here, and I'm back with a new video. This is going to be an actual in-depth, honest review of the Lochby Pocket Journal. It's something I've been using every day since June as a daily writing journal. So let's check it out. Let's talk about the refills and what I think of this product. All right, guys, so this is the Lochby Pocket Journal I bought back in June of 2021, and I've been using it every single day as a pocket journal. Now, it's, it's pocket size, but it doesn't really fit in a pocket. I could probably put it in my back pocket, but I haven't. This has just been something I've been using as a daily writing journal. Lochby started off as Bond Travel Gear. They rebranded as Lochby, and it's this whole little backstory about his hometown. So I've been using it as a daily writing journal. Right now, I just have it empty, just to kind of show you how it's worn over the last 6 months of using. You have a slot to be able to slide one notebook in, and then I always store an extra one in there as well. Or what I've been doing is putting the previous notebook in there to be able to refer back to it. There are two sort of credit card slots in here, and there's this one little thin, tiny slot that, as far as I know, it is completely useless, and I will get into why I think it's completely useless. On the outside, you have a pen slot right here that is kind of narrow, but you can definitely use it for something. I find it a little easier to put a pen in this slot. And on the back side, there's a Velcro portion that you can put more things back in there, or notes or whatever that you want to pop in there. My original plan, my original intent with this was to be able to carry around with me and use with me, but it hasn't proved to be as useful as I had hoped. But still, for the price of $44, this is a wonderfully priced item. It's not crazy expensive or anything. It does get a lot of use. We'll pop some things in here. Just do for the sake of the video, we'll put one of the Lochby journals in there. Put my other one in here. There we go. Close that up. You can already feel it having a hard time just with those two notebooks in it. For the sake of this video, we'll put a Kershaw knife in there. I would never carry a knife with me anyways, especially if I'm going to my job at Disneyland. I can't bring a knife with me. I can take some business cards. Here are some of Greg's business cards from the Antique Digger. I always carry some with me just in case. Use my coupon code Craig, check out. This is what I was hoping this slot was going to be good for. Here is my Lamy Pico. It's just a little ballpoint pen. I always joke it looks like a tampon. This little slot right here should be able to fit a little tiny pocket pen, and this is a little tiny pocket pen. And if you do that, you cannot close up this notebook. Now, if I take out this stuff, take out the Lamy, take out the pocket knife, will it close up now? Absolutely not. I don't know what this slot is good for. If you can't, maybe a golf pencil, but you cannot fit that little tiny pocket pen in there. So bizarre. And even then, this is still pretty tight. So, I don't know. You could do this too. So you can have the journal be like that. It works a little bit better, I guess. The waxed canvas doesn't really even feel like waxed canvas. I have this Franklin Christoph pen roll, and this feels like waxed canvas. If I really zoom in on this, this is waxed canvas. This might be waxed canvas, but doesn't necessarily feel as waxed canvas as it could possibly be. But this really is legitimate wax canvas, and this just doesn't feel so, I don't know, as rugged as I was hoping it was going to be. As far as a daily carry thing, it just doesn't carry as much as I had hoped it would. My pens don't really feel protected in this. If I was going to use a pen with this, I'm sure it would probably end up just being like the Kaweco, but even that has a hard time getting into these slots. This slot almost feels useless. This one is a little better just because it's a lot bigger. Lochby sells their own refills as well. So they have dot grid, they have blank, and I believe they have ruled as well. My problem with these is they are pretty expensive. These are $5.99 each. The other problem I have with them is the inconsistency. As you can see on this one, see how the corners are rounded off? and on this one the corners are straight. If you put this one in this notebook, it has a hard time being zipped back up. I've already used a couple. This was the first one I used, and as you can see, it had those 90-degree corners on there, so I used a pair of scissors to cut off the corner so it would zip up a little bit better. But as you can kind of see, since those corners are not rounded off, when you do go to zip this up, it tends to get caught right around the edges, especially if you try and fill this with more stuff. That's not ideal. As far as the paper goes in these things, it's been pretty good. They say they're Tomoe River paper. The problem I've had is it seems as though the paper's a little hydrophobic, so the ink doesn't really want to stick. You can kind of see where the ink had a hard time sticking to the paper. But besides that, they've been good. They're just expensive. $6 each for one of these refills. What I've been using lately are these. These are Franklin Christoph, same size notebooks, the exact same size. They have a slightly different paper. These are Tomoe River with the Lochby, and these Franklin Christoph ones are between sugarcane and bamboo. Just kind of depends on their supplier. But these are $10 for 3 of them, and you get them in these little packages with their Franklin Christoph logo on them. They're just very, very nice. They're not as bleed through resistant as the Lochby, but you know what? For $10 for 3 of them compared to upwards of $17 for 3 of these, I would much rather pay less to get these little pocket journals from Franklin Christoph than from Lochby. It's taken me this long to review this thing, and in the end, it's just kind of, it feels like a $44 notebook cover. It's not the best. Do I recommend this? I mean, no. I would rather get a leather one or something that's a little bit more, you know, that breaks in nicely. This hasn't really broken in nicely. It's something you can really toss around and throw in a bag, but I don't really recommend it. I definitely don't recommend the refills. The refills are just kind of a rip-off. If you're gonna get one of these journals, I mean, $44, is that a good deal? Yes. It's got YKK zippers, very nice zippers, very nice feel to it. These are definitely not worth it. Don't buy those. Get something like Franklin Christoph, or if you're not really a fountain pen person, you like field notes. Field notes are great. I wish Field Notes made more fountain pen friendly paper, because I would use those all the time. They're so cool. This is my setup with the Franklin Christoph inserts. It closes up a lot nicer. I recommend this with the Franklin Christoph inserts. I don't recommend these. They're too expensive, and they're just, I mean, yeah, you're using Tomoe River paper, but I know they're not making that paper anymore, so how long is that going to last? And the price of these are probably still going to go up. So don't recommend those. This is okay for the price, $44. Their marketing is a little ridiculous, you know, writing your future and that sort of thing. It's a fine throw in your bag kind of thing. Is it something I'm going to pass down someday? Absolutely not. It's not going to make it that long. That is my honest review of this Lochby pocket journal. $44 gets you what you kind of expect $44 to buy you, and a lot of unuseful pockets inside of it. So that's my honest review, you guys. But let me know in the comments down below, would you buy one of these? Do you have one of these? What do you think of it? I just think there are better things out there, but those will definitely cost you more money. And that's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out, you guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and check out my Instagram at Roccanova, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.